Thank you for having me here. As said, my name is Bjarke Hansen. I'm project manager in the Municipality of Hjoerring, and I'm here to tell you about the Nordjysk platform for innovative procurements and the specific project which we call the TIM, the Total Solution for Intelligent Medication Aid. The NOPI project is a cooperation between 9 municipalities, all from the region north. We cover 96% of the inhabitants in North Denmark. And the purpose has been to develop a platform for multi-municipal innovative procurements in the departments of health, elderly and disability, in which we hope to stimulate the corporate competitiveness in the welfare technology area. And from this platform between the 9 municipalities, we would like to complete an innovative tender and purchasing a solution through this. And this solution, the first one, is the TIM project. The idea is to transfer the focus from the technologies already available onto the needs at our citizens. This requires a user-driven process focusing directly on our current needs and not on the needs that we have seen earlier or the technologies already available. We find it very important to maintain a multi-municipal focus and to share the workload. Currently, it is the Municipality of Hjoerring who has the project management, which is funded by the National Agency of Digitization. When working in this NOPI platform, we had considerations on which subject we should choose for our first tender, with suggestions such as incontinence, dementia, medication, and many more. And when looking at the realizability, the potentials, and what was already available, we ended up with medication as the subject for our first tender. And this is the beginning of the TIM project. So now NOPI will perhaps live on and be the basis, the platform for other tenders, and we have this specific TIM project, the Total Solution for Intelligent Medication Aid. Well, why look at medication? Well, there is a lot of known products, and we also use a lot of these products in our municipalities. A lot of them are not able to dose or dispensate, which means that you have to put the total amount of pills in here, and if the prescription ordination from the doctor changes, then you have to change all the medicine that has already been dosed. Some of them are difficult in use and they give the citizens no information on the medication. And common is that they handle only bits of the medication aid process. What we would like from this market search is to develop a solution that fits more widely, frees time for the employees and gives quality of life for the citizens, and preferably a solution that covers the entire process for the medication, from the prescription, from the doctor, until the medicine is ready to take for the citizen. When we look at new technologies, we always focus on both citizens, employees, and organizations, and of course the economy. We would like to end up with a complete solution that is able to increase the quality of life and self-reliance for the citizens who receive our help. So the target group is those citizens who receive our help for medication. We would like to increase the healthcare quality with fewer unintended incidents, to improve the employees' physical working environment and increase their work satisfaction. By doing this, we also hope to reduce the cost related to the dosage, to the reminding, and to the delivery of the medicine. Who are we looking at? We are looking at citizens who are living in their own homes, receiving aid from home care or nursing concerning medication. They receive two different types of aid: the dispensation, which is the effort in which the staff count or prepare prescribed medication. Today we come once a fortnight typically and plop a lot of pills into 14 boxes. And the administration, which is where the staff visit the citizen and provide the medicine and help them take the medicine and observe them doing it. So both of these types of aid requires a visit at the citizen. When we evaluate our TIM project, we will know if this target group is too narrow or too wide, and we can adapt. When interviewing the citizens, we saw at least 5 different types of problems. The lack of autonomy and competence, lack of safety, missing overview, the physical control of the pills, and missing cognitive control of the pills. And we translated these problems into demands for the solution in our tender material. They are all very serious problems, but perhaps the problem that is most difficult to find a solution for is number 5. The target group who has missing cognitive control of the pills is hard to find a solution for that does not require a personal visit in their home. But we hope to cover some of this target group as well. The economy in this area, in the 9 municipalities involved, each year we spend 158 million kroner on the medication aid. And that is only the municipal cost. That is the same as more than 350,000 hours, mainly on the administration. We have more than 6,000 people receiving aid for the medication, and out of these, 1,700 receive aid only for the medication. We might see additional benefits from the better medication that could mean a better health, and then we might see fewer hospitalizations, fewer doctor visits, and less general aid. When the area is as huge as this is, this opens for new solutions, new technologies that might seem expensive or extensive, but when the area is so big, we might still see economical savings. The tender has ended with a contract consisting of 3 phases. Phase 1, that's where we are now. We are testing the solution in 3 municipalities on behalf of the 9. That is the municipalities of Hjoerring, Aalborg and Vesthimmerland. And we are testing in a little more than a year. We do a very thorough evaluation done by the Alexandra Institute, funded by the Agency for Digitization. And the evaluation includes field observations, interviews, workshops, time registrations, almost all sorts of evaluative efforts. The phase 2, after the evaluation, it is optional for each of the 9 municipalities involved if they would like to purchase the solution or not. If they would like to purchase the solution, then there's no need for a further tender because the tender has already been made. So the tender covers both the test period and the following period. The winner of the contract is a business consortium called Medicare, consisting of 4 companies, These 4 companies did not work together before we made our innovative tender. And this confirms that now we have a solution that we would not have had if we have not focused on the needs, but had focused on the already existing technologies. The partners are Falck, who delivers a control center facility, 24/7 surveillance of the solution, the delivery of the medicine. We have MedicPen, a Swedish company, who makes the machine, robot, dispenser. It's hard to know what to call it. I'll present it for you in a moment. So let's just call it the Medimi Smart, which is the product name. There is the apotek, that is the pharmacy. They pack the medicine. And there is Careconsult, which is a software company tying together the 4 partners and delivering the integration to the municipal software systems. So, the total solution for intelligent medication aids includes the entire journey of the medicine from the pharmacy to the citizen. The pharmacy is packing the medicine, Falck is delivering the medicine out and providing 24/7 control center, contacting the citizens if the medication is not taken. The Medimi Smart, that is the robot, delivers the dosage, the administration, and reminds the citizens to take the medicine. And all this is tied up by the software from Careconsult, connecting the partners, and through the integration to the Fælles Medicinkort, which is an always updated database of the citizens' medicine. We can have day-to-day changes in the medication, and the Medimi Smart will know it and always deliver the correct dosage. Here you see it. It comes currently in 3 sizes. A small one with 8 cartridges. Each cartridge contains only one type of medicine, so there's no contamination between different medications. There is a size for 12 cartridges and one for 16. So currently the maximum is 16 different types of medication. But we have found that this covers most of our citizens. It has the size somewhat larger than a large coffee machine. You saw the Evanders before. It has approximately the same size as the 8 cartridges, so the one with 16 cartridges is bigger. It gives the automatic dosage because it is integrated to the eHealth system, so it's always the correct updated dosage. It is able to dose the scheduled medicine. It is able to pre-dose. If you're going into a day center or on a holiday, you can use the display and take out medicine if we find it a good idea in the municipalities. It can give the need medicine that could be painkillers. We could fill one of these cartridges with painkillers, and when you're in pain you can go and say, I need 2 of these or 4 of these. We can set a maximum that could be 2 pills each for hours. It is also able to remind of other types of medications that could be lotions or liquids, things that need to be refrigerated and doesn't fit inside the machine. When it is time to take the medicine, the button right here, there's only one button and then there is the display. The button will give a light. After a certain amount of time, it will also give a sound. It can send an SMS or a push message to the citizen, reminding them, take your medication. Then the citizen will push the button and each pill will be delivered in a cup that you place in here. And the Medimi Smart always knows if there is a cup or not. So the pills falls down into the cup one at a time. So should the doctor make a new prescription stopping perhaps one of the types of medication, then the Medimi Smart will no longer give this kind of medication. Should the doctor prescribe new medication within the 14 days period, Falk will pick it up at the pharmacy and deliver it the following day. In the display you can have an overview of the medication that you are receiving. And by having all medicine placed inside this, there is no contamination between different types of medication. There is no contamination from pets, from coffee, or what we used to see in the citizens' own homes. And no medicine will be lost because it's all in here. Our timetable for this test is that we have had a planning phase last year. We have done a pre-test where we have placed the Medimi Smart at 5 citizens in their own homes. Then there is the test phase 1 with 35 citizens and test phase 2 with 100 citizens. And then the evaluation. We have of course made pre-measurements already in the planning phase. This is a very agile process in which we continuously have to adapt and adjust and develop the solution. And that is also the reason for that we are still right now standing here before test phase 1. We need to do a few more lab tests before we put the Medimi Smart out to the 35 citizens. So we are developing together with the company right now. Some selected learnings so far from the testing. We have learned that the citizens have very clear attitudes. This could be regarding to the size of the machine. We have had one who saw it and said, no, that's too big, it's not coming in here. Luckily we had a nurse at the visit who knew this woman very well and told her to have it. We have also citizens who are very curious. To open the machine, you have to type a 6-digit code to open into the medicine and the functionality inside. That is only our staff that knows this code. But one citizen was so curious that he looked the staff over the shoulder, looking at the code, so that he can open and see how it works inside. Of course, then an alert was given, so no problems there. But we need to have a focus on this. So we need to make superb educational material. We need to show them the Medimi Smart in live before they have to decide if they would like it or not. We have learned that our citizens receiving aid are both physically and cognitively weakened. There is a reason that we give them the aid, not surprisingly, but perhaps this is most significant in the view of our employees. They feel that the citizens receiving aid are very physically and cognitively weakened. So we need to make a huge cultural change, both at our citizens and at our employees. From this we can also see that one size doesn't fit all. We knew that from the beginning, but it has been confirmed in this testing. There are citizens that are not suited for this solution. And we have learned that there is a need for further development in certain details. This is a very new technology, so it has to be developed before it's totally ready. from the pre-measurements, we have found that 35% of the visits are medication only. We do not provide other types of home care. We come only for the medication. 44% of the time used for an administration visit is driving, and driving between citizens contains no quality for citizens or employees. So there is a huge potential here economically. We have learned that in average the employee is interrupted 2.3 times for each visit for dispensation. And every time you're interrupted, that increases the risk for unintended incidents. So there's also a potential here in the quality. Not surprisingly, a lot of our employees feel that dispensing medicines help them understand the citizen's situation, and also the citizens feel safe about our employees' aid, and they agree that the employees learn about the citizens when they visit them. So perhaps we might need to give some sort of visit in addition to the TIM, so we can still follow the citizens. And regarding to the subject of this day, I will make one more note for the administration visits, where we come out and help them. We have a lot of citizens who receive 1, 2 or 3 and up to 4 to 5 visits every day. With this, we hope that they will receive 0 visits a day. Would you like to know more? I advise you to visit our website, and you're very welcome to email me or my colleague. Informations are here in the slides. And then I think we are ready for questions.
Thank you. So, questions? I'll start with one then. So you mentioned that it was not one company answering the tender, it's a consortium of 4. Did you provoke this in any way? Did you have matchmaking, or did they find each other prior to the tender? Do you know how that came by?
That is prior to my involvement in this, but I'm quite sure that we have had cooperations with several companies during the tender period. But that is a question that can be answered by emailing us.
Okay. Any questions? Yeah, Ivan?
I think you know what I'm going to ask. I would like to know how the economy is looking as far as you have gone down.
We can see from the pre-measurements that the potential is huge. There is a lot of time for driving and medication-only visits. Of course, when looking at visits where you also deliver other types of home care, the potential is not as large. But there is a potential on the medication-only visits. The thing that could put the economy in question is how large or narrow the target group ends up being. And we are absolutely not done with the evaluation to show us how many citizens are able to use this technology. But we are looking at it in a very positive way, and we are quite sure that we will end up with a business case proving that there are savings in this, but there are no final results in any way. It is the Alexandra Institute that does the evaluation, and it will be published for everyone to see it. at the end of the project.
Thank you. Other questions? Okay.
I think it's very interesting that you were challenged number 5, the cognitive challenges for the citizens. I would like you to elaborate a little bit more about how you are screening the potential citizens participating in the projects for this challenge.
Currently, we have done screenings to be able to make our pre-measurements, because pre-measurements has to be made on the target group. And we have also made the screening for the citizens in our pre-test, the 5 citizens. We have done this by dialogue with the care providers, talking about the citizens who receive the aid. We came with a list. All these citizens receive aid. Which of them do you think cognitively will be able to handle the solution? After presenting the solution to the care providers, of course. So quite manually, you can say, we have been through all the citizens in a certain geographic area in the municipalities. And this is where we found that some of our employees feel that, no, this is way too hard to use, they will never do that. And some feel quite the opposite. They say, I think that this person will find it very interesting, so let's try it. And we might not share the same opinion. We might feel that the target group is wider. But it all needs to be evaluated. And this is the part where the evaluation will be made by the Alexandra Institute at the citizens. They will also talk to the citizens, observe the citizens. So we can have a very thorough evaluation of it.
Thank you. Any final questions? Oh, okay.
Yes. How do the staff take this technology? Some staff maybe say, oh, that's not for you, as you said, but it will take my work from me. How do you think about that?
Well, it seems like that they know that we have plenty of work for them, also after we have implemented this technology. So they have actually been quite curious about it and willing to cooperate with us. In our pre-measurements, we have also, before introducing them to this specific solution, we have asked them if they think that new technology could be helpful in this. And actually, almost everyone looked positively on new technologies in aiding them in their help.
Thank you very much. That's all that we have time for, so thank you very much.
Thank you.